Welcome back, everyone. We're just about 3 weeks away from Grandma's Marathon, crazy enough. And if you are running, hopefully you've been putting in some miles to prepare along the way.
Yeah, hopefully. Today we have Christina Nisler with Essentia Health here with us in studio. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to share some last-minute training tips. Very important advice as we come up on June 22nd very quickly. So with less than a month to go, what should runners be doing right now?
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty special time in the training cycle because we are getting so close, but for a lot of runners it still kind of feels far away. Approximately last weekend or this weekend, most of them will do their longest run of the training plan. For people who are doing the full marathon, that's typically 20 miles. Yeah.
That's a little bit,
And then after that, they start the taper phase. During the taper phase, you know, I like to say the hay is in the barn. You've done the work. The hard part in the training is over. And in these next few weeks, you actually don't really make any more training adaptations to your body. So the key right now is to stay healthy. Don't do too much. Don't look at your training plan and think like, as you know, this isn't enough, I need to do more. Follow the plan. The taper happens for a reason so that you feel nice and fresh when you get to race day, and so you're not doing too much and causing an injury.
I'm not much of a runner, Christina. I maybe run like 6/10 of a mile lately, trying to up that number.
20 sounds terrifying.
You know, 26 miles, 13 miles, or some people are doing the 5K. How do you know you've done enough training, I suppose, to be ready for an event like this?
So if you followed a training plan that was either created for you by a coach or came from a reputable website, if you followed that plan, you've done okay. If, let's say, you had to miss some of those days here and there, you've done enough. If, you know, the only thing I would say is if, like, for some reason you got horribly sick, let's say you had a really bad flu or you had COVID and you missed like 2 weeks, maybe you might want to reconsider what your goals are for that day. If you had to miss a long period of time, this race might not be your personal best, but you likely still did enough running to get by.
Sure. So how can you tell if you did do enough running, if you are prepared for this race as you maybe think and hope you are?
So this 20-mile run that happened either last weekend or this week, great indicator. Great indicator of whether you're ready. If that run feels achievable, you know, for somebody who's not but done all the training, that's going to sound terrifying. But if you've done all the miles and the 20 goes okay, you're ready.
What would you say for the folks that are, you know, they've been looking forward to doing this, maybe they're doing 13 miles, but maybe, you know, they've only ran about 6 miles. Do you think it'd be best to push themselves, or do you think it'd be best to say, hey, maybe I should cancel my plans of participating?
If you've only gone up to 6 miles, 13 is going to feel really difficult. Not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be hard. You know, something that they might want to do to adjust their expectations is to do a walk-run method. And I even suggest that for some people who did train, but it's their first half marathon or they're having some fears and doubts. A great way to go about it is to run a mile, then walk for 1 minute, or you know, some smaller breakup of that, so that you're giving yourself little breaks.
I just like to do that no matter how prepared I am.
Maybe don't be a hero, I guess.
Exactly,
There you go.
Well, Christina Nisler with Essentia Health, talking about Grandma's Marathon. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk to you next week about some more topics as we get ready for the big races.
Absolutely, and we'll be right back.